गोपाल देखा था, आओ
Om Shanti.
डॉक्टर देखा था, आओ.
So Dadi is asking Bhopal Bhai and Dr. Shashiben, Shiluben to all come and sit near to Dadi. Who else had seen Mama?
खुशहाल बता सकेंगे मम्मा का? बता सकेंगे?
Kushal Bhai, are you able to speak about Mama? Those who had actually seen Mama should come. There's an echo. Yes, Gopal Bhai saying, yes, I had met Mama in Bangalore. I was in Gyan in 1965. My Lokik father was saying to me, actually I didn't do any bhakti. Karuna Bhai came to my hostel and said to me, meet Mama. And I didn't go, and so Karuna Bhai came again to tell me. And then the third day again he said to me, to meet Mama, and so yes, I did meet her. And the center I remember was on the third floor, and I went at about 2:30 because 3 o'clock in the afternoon he had the plan to go and watch a film. He was only 18 years old at the time. So sorry, there's an echo. And so I was studying engineering, doing a degree in engineering. And when he went there, they were talking about Mama, her health was not good, she was resting. And I said, don't disturb Mama, but just say to my father that I came and I met Mama. And they said, no, please come and sit. And they gave me toli, they asked me to sit, and I didn't know anything at the time. So that I don't know, it was called toli at the time. And so the toli they gave me, and I was thinking it would be very nice if I got another plate. I only thought it, but they brought another plate of toli for me. And they said, Mama has come. I said, why did you wake her up? I know she's not very well. Mama came and sat on the sofa. It was a small center on the 3rd floor. Mama asked me, what do I do? And I said, I'm studying engineering. Mama said, it's good to study that study, but it's good to study this study as well. My experience, they were saying her health is not good, and they were talking about Mama having a lot of difficulty, but as I saw Mama, I never had a sense that she was not well, and I had a very nice experience. And afterwards I came to know, when I was in Jaipur, that Mama left the body. And then I came into Gyan through my connection with Brahma Baba. Now, Dr. Pratap, my meeting with Mama was very brief. I was in Chandigarh, Mama had come there, and of course anybody who comes, everybody, the center people come to meet whoever is the newcomer. I was about 12 years old, and of course how would children come in front of Mama? And it would be if you were able to sing a song or something. I couldn't sing, but I had prepared a lecture for school, and that was about the God of the Gita as Sri Krishna. And I was small, young, and so Mama took me in her lap, gave me toli, and I remember that experience. Mama's personality was very mature, and she walked very silently. And if I were to compare her with anyone, I would remember Dadi Gulzar. Dadi Gulzar, even if she were to pass by close to me, I wouldn't know it because she was so quiet. And so Mama had come to stay in the center, and luckily the center was close to where my home was. And so morning, evening, I had the chance to be there at the center, but there wasn't the chance to interact with her. But only that time, I remembered the lecture I was supposed to give at school, and I delivered that talk in front of Mama. And so it was a loving experience of her. And this brother, my teacher who used to look after me, I used to go to class 5 a.m. This is about Karachi days. And after that, I don't really remember so much. He must have been very young. And Shashi Ben, beloved Mama, her memories cannot be forgotten, can't leave the heart. I saw Mama in my young age. Twice she came to Karnal. In 1962, I remember. I was very young. In Karnal, there were quite a lot of young Kumaris. Seeing the Kumaris, all the Dadis, especially Mama, were very happy. So when Mama came to Karnal, we Kumaris were standing in a line. I remember the center. Outside the center, we were standing in a line, holding flowers or garlands to welcome Mama, and we welcomed her. And after the welcome, as Mama stayed in Karnal, it was the month of January, and it was a particular season, and the sisters, the Kumaris, had prepared a song to sing in front of Mama, so we did that, and I had the chance to meet Mama personally. And after Karnal, Mama was going to go to Ambala and somewhere else also. So she was on a tour. So when I met Mama personally, I felt that a power, some kind of power had entered inside of me. Mama held my hand. As Mama held my hand, I ran and went into Mama's lap, and Mama put her hand on my head and said, "You have to do a lot." And at that time I didn't understand what I had to do, because I was a child, I was studying in school, and Mama said to me, "What is your aim?" And I said, "Mama, I'm still studying." And Mama said, "Will you do world service?" At that time Mama said this to me and didn't know what Bharat was, let alone what the world was. And as when I was young, I didn't speak a lot. I used to be very quiet, and everyone used to think, does she listen to knowledge or not? Because all the rest of the Kumaris were very active. They were active internally. I was active internally, but externally I was very quiet. And Manohar Dadi used to ask me the question, "Did you understand?" And they used to laugh, and they used to say, "This one is dumb, she doesn't speak." And if she spoke, she would speak very quietly. And looking at Mama, I felt that a lot of power was entering within me, and feeling Mama's love, I felt that vibrations, rays of love were entering into me. And Mama said, "What will you do? Will you do world service?" Because I had an interest in my studies, and in my intellect there was just this one thought that I have to do a Lokik job. There was no bondage of the family, from the household, and there was no bondage that I couldn't come into knowledge. And Mama said, "Whatever you do, keep Baba with you and inculcate divine virtues, fill yourself with virtues, and then see what experience you have." So these words that Mama spoke to me, I really felt that they were very useful. And okay, on the superficial level I was not speaking, but I felt that Mama's words were like a blessing for me. And I saw that versions of knowledge were actually penetrating within the soul. And when I used to sit in yoga, I felt Baba was pulling my intellect, and sometimes I felt Mama pulling my intellect. And I may be sitting in a room by myself, and I'm looking ahead, looking at the wall, and I would see Mama sitting there. And Mama would ask me, "How much power did you fill in yourself? How many jewels of knowledge have you filled in yourself?" So in an incognito way, Mama inspired me to make a lot of effort. Externally, I looked very simple, and I was following knowledge. But Mama and Baba, they put their hand of blessings on my head, and I still experience that, and I can still feel Mama in her physical form in front of me, and I see Mama is still giving me inspirations and making me make effort. I'm not making effort, but I feel sometimes that I'm not actually doing anything, but Baba and Mama are making me move forward, making me move ahead. They're making me create my fortune, and so I feel very fortunate that Mama and Baba have sustained me, and that Dadis have given me so much sustenance and helped me move forward. Om Shanti. Sheelu Ben, I'm very fortunate that I saw Mama very closely. I took sustenance from Mama, because this was also my fortune, that I'm from Bombay, and Mama and Baba used to come frequently to Bombay, and Mama stayed in Bombay for quite a long time. And when Mama's health really was bad, it was that Mama was kept in Ramesh Bhai's home, and I went there to meet Mama, and twice I had met Mama in Madhuban, and I've shared this with many others. Sakar Baba used to meet Mama Sakar Baba used to meet us children in Madhuban, and Mama would give separate gifts, and Baba would give gifts also. Mama had given me a purse, which was a purse made of little beads like pearls, and Mama had given me a shawl. I never used it, but I kept it, and I kept the purse also, because these were souvenirs that God had given, Mama and Baba had given, and so I kept them, valued them. So I remember Mama was conducting a class in Bombay in Waterloo Mansion, which was the first service center, and my school was very close to the center, and in the morning in my uniform I used to first go to the center in my school uniform, and then after listening to the Murli, then I would go to school. And so Mama would give me a lot of love, and Mama would say, look, she is a double student, that she comes to the center to listen to the Murli, and then she goes to school also. And in this way the older dadis used to see me, and they would remember me, that she was so young and she used to come in her school uniform. So this is about 1959 December, when she was in Gyan. So having come into Gyan, she got the love of Mama and Baba. Mama used to meet us Kumaris, very few of us, and Mama asked us a question, that will you marry someone in a suit, in a coat and pants, or would you marry one who is in the dress of Sri Krishna, Pitambar, the saffron dress? And if you marry the one with the coat and pants, then you will not see the one and won't marry the one who is in that saffron clothing. And so Sri Krishna, meaning God, that Mama would say you have to do world service. And seeing the Kanyas, the sisters, the young Kumaris, Mama used to be very happy that these are the sisters who will glorify Baba. So now we have Dadi Janki. On the path of Bhakti, there's a lot of importance of the Bhagavat, together with the Gita, the Bhagavat also. And so that is looking at someone, and why are you sitting so far away? Each one should be fixed in their own usual seat. In the Gita, God has given the knowledge. In the Bhagavat, there is the character and the characteristics of God. And says that after reading the Bhagavat, you'd receive liberation in life. And this is why I had a lot of love for the Bhagavat and the Gita. So when I used to read the Gita, it was that God was speaking to Arjuna, and I would feel that God, give me knowledge also. You're giving knowledge to Arjuna, I should be Arjuna. And so I used to read the Gita with a lot of love, and when I read the Bhagavat, it was the explanation of Radhe and the gopis, and felt that Sri Krishna was hers, and the gopis said this too. And I saw this practically, that Mama and her love for Baba was one of regard. And we used to play with Baba. We used to play with him. We would entertain Baba. Baba would entertain us. But Mama was very mature. And Mama's maturity, we could see from her face and her activity. And how Mama became Mama. When I first saw Mama, before she became Mama, she was a student in school, and all the other sisters were all students of the same class, Dadi Kumar ka, in the same class as Mama, but I was a bit different. Why? Because I was in school for until the age of 11, and the 13th age she had left school. Chandamani Dadi was older than me. Sorry, Chandamani Dadi was younger than me, 6 or 8 years old, and I was about 11 or 13. And all the Kumaris used to think that they can't be with Mama because Mama's personality shone. She was very clever, and Mama used to wear a dress, a Western dress, and in Sindh it was not the system to wear English frock or dress, not even like a Punjabi dress. And Mama was clever in speaking in English. Mama never learnt Sindhi, so Mama's personality was totally different from all the rest of the Kumaris. And so there was Dhyani Dadi. She was Mama's auntie, and she didn't have children, and so she had made Mama her daughter. Dhyani Dadi was one of the early ones to surrender to Baba. Who knew Dhyani Dadi? She was very sweet. And Baba had given her the name Misri, which means lump of sugar. And so Dhyani Dadi used to prepare bhojan, food, for everyone. And Dhyani Dadi felt that if Radhe came to Baba, it would be very good. She didn't think that it would happen, but one time she came to Baba, and I saw with my own eyes. Baba gave her drishti, and Baba said, "Whose Radhe are you?" And Mama had already been engaged, and that person was quite nervous when. And Mama only received drishti once from Baba, and she transformed. And her transformation was such that everybody was amazed. Mama's chanting of Om, Mama's singing was wonderful. Mama was wonderful in singing. And all of our Lokik family, they felt attracted to Baba, but seeing Mama, many Kumaris surrendered because of their attraction to Mama. And so the transformation that they saw in Mama was incredible. Such transformation in Mama, and that really attracted everybody. So everybody was drawn to Mama. So that pull to Mama was such that her speaking, her conduct, everything changed. Mama was slim, and in 1 year she started to look like a mother. And I came to the yagya after a year and a half, and Queen Mother said to me, "Have you met Mama?" And I thought, who did they call Mama? And I thought they may be calling Brajendra Dadi or Yashoda Maya, Baba's Lokik wife. Maybe they're calling her Mama. And I didn't know who they were calling Mama. And I said, and they said again, "Have you met Mama?" And they took me to Mama. And Mama met me, and I knew her from before, that she was just a simple girl. But now seeing Mama's personality, Mama's personality had such attraction. It's as if Baba had attracted her in such a way that she became totally detached from the body. And I thought, if I am to be anything, I should be like this Mama, in the sense that she was such a sample, an example. Manohar Dadi was very friendly with Mama, and I was fairly new still, and so I was a little bit reluctant. And I said, "You're able to converse with Mama in such a close way, but I'm not." And so they said to Mama, "Mama, she's a little bit nervous of you or something. And there was a tennis court there, and Mama took my hand and Mama said to me, "Are you afraid of me?" And I said, "Well, Mama, I'm just a little bit not so easy." And from that day I became so friendly. Mama held my hand. I was saying, "Mama, Mama," but I saw how Mama's personality was. I could not see Mama with ordinary vision because Mama was so special. And I asked Mama, whatever question Mama asked, and I said, "How did your mind become as it is, Mama?" And she said, "It's my mind. I use it in a peaceful way and it works well." And from that time I learnt from Mama. And then Mama was sitting in the office. Baba used to give directions in those days. Baba would say to Mama in the office that how to prepare the picture of the tree. Vishwaratan, Dada was making the picture of the tree. Baba was saying this should go to London, to this university, to this place. And officially Mama would ask Dadi Kumarka to do this picture in different ways as she suggested. And I said to Mama, what effort should I make? And I cannot forget Mama's words. Mama said to me, think of every moment as your final moment. And I have never forgotten this, that at the end I should remember God. And this was something Mama had said. Mama was sitting on the chair and I was sitting very close nearby by her, and the things Mama said, I don't think I could ever have forgotten it for even a day. If I were to leave the body, I should be in Baba's remembrance. And I used to see the royalty that Mama had and how she used to catch Baba's words. Mama never read Baba's Murli, but what Baba used to write, Mama used to read it, and then she would relate it to us. And it was wonderful how she was able to recite the Murli. She would speak in such a way that I was amazed by Mama's intellect, and I would feel that I want my intellect to be like hers. So the way Mama was able to catch the Murli and bring it into her life, and that's how Mama was, that's how I wanted to be. And then one time Mama tested me. I had gone to Baba and I had heard Baba's Murli, and having heard Baba's Murli, I then came to Kunj Bhavan, and then Mama said to me, now relate to everyone what Baba has spoken in the Murli. And I thought, how can I do that in front of Mama? Mama was sitting there and she said, you've listened to Baba's Murli, now you tell us what Baba had said. And so I had the courage to speak. So according to drama, it came to my mind what Baba had said, and I thought if Mama can relate Baba's Murli, I should be able to do it too. So I had copied Mama a lot in this. And Mama's love for the yajna and to move along with the right systems, do everything accurately, to come to class on time. One time Baba had come to Kunj Bhavan. It was curfew time, and Baba used to come very suddenly because it was curfew time. Baba would come very quietly at times, and all those who were in the yajna at the time, they would know Baba has come and they would immediately come. Even if they were preparing food in the kitchen, they would leave everything and they would come. And one time, so Baba would come upstairs to Kunj Bhavan, and one time Baba had come and everybody had come, but Mama did not get there, and Baba had already come into the hall, and Mama just sat on the stairs. And we said, Mama, come, no? But Baba called her very lovingly. Why? Because everybody had got there and Mama had not been able to get there. And so the manners that Mama had taught us, that to listen to Baba's Murli with such attention, to bring it into one's life. And as I was sitting in yoga, I saw Mama's face, how Mama's face would be in yoga. It's not Hatha Yoga, but just love for Baba. It's my fortune. I remember Shashipan sharing that about Mama coming to Karnal. I had come to Karnal with Mama because I had come from Amritsar, and there were many Kumaris who were born in Amritsar, and Mama had said all these Kumaris were in bondage. Mama said, get a sewing machine and teach them sewing. Call them to come to learn sewing, and this was an excuse for them to come to the center. And so Prem Ben, Achal Ben, all these sisters used to come. And there was a lot of competition between Manohar Dadi and Dadi Janki. Amritsar, these Kumaris had come, and so Manohar Dadi was in Karnal, and she thought that okay, she also must do the same. And then in Delhi, another Dadi, and they all were concentrating on giving knowledge to the Kumaris. And so Mama had brought me to Karnal. So as Baba said today, remember the one Father. Spin the cycle of self-realization. Thirdly, make others aap saman, equal to yourself. And then Baba sees what service the children are doing. What service the children do? How do they spend their time? Remembering Baba and Mama, there was a lot of benefit. Mama had so much value for time. Never did we hear an extra word from Mama. Mama would never speak of anyone's defects ever. She never did this. Who would complain to Mama about somebody's mistake? Okay, Mama would hear them out and give them some teaching, and that was finished. And so this sustenance we had with such royalty. And I was saying to someone, to sustain yourself with royalty, and there can be very quick transformation. Dadi has a lot of love for this sister that she's pointing to. Come, she's calling her on the stage. Come, come. 1 week ago, this sister had met Dadi, and then she had said to Dadi, I'm going to Pune, and I said, stay here for 1 more week and make effort here, and then you can go to Pune. And today she's written to Dadi and told Dadi what effort she had been making over the last 1 week. And she said, tell everyone. So here's this Kumari. You'll always receive such a seat. She's written to Dadi about the effort that she's made. So this is the way Mama and Baba taught us. Just as Baba spoke the Murli, and Baba took me with him one place to another place, and Baba would say, what did Baba say in the Murli? And how would Dadi be able to relate in front of Baba? But Baba would be, there was no gadi at the time. Baba would be sitting on the bed, and Baba would have me sit next to him on his bed and say, come and speak the Murli. What did Baba say? And then I would say, Baba said this, Baba said that. And then I thought, if I say all these things, then Baba will then continue, but I had to be obedient. And so Baba had a lot of love for me, because whatever Baba said, I would say, Haji Baba, Ji Baba, yes Baba, yes Baba. And so there's a lot of happiness that she's gained through that. Mama used to like, I'll tell you one more thing about Mama. I was in Pune, and Mama thought that Baba had sent Mama on service. Baba thought Mama should do as much service as possible. Then who would look after Madhuban? There was one sister, Kishni. Baba kept her in Madhuban to look after Madhuban service. Baba sent Mama to Pune, and Baba called me to Madhuban. Center was new in Pune, and Baba then said, Mama is going to Delhi. You go to Delhi with her. And my face changed, and Baba said, you're like a sheep. You're a sheep. You should be like a lioness and go with Mama. And I was thinking, I just started the center in Pune, so it was on my... But Mama had a plan. Mama and Baba had made a plan amongst themselves. So Mama should quickly go to Delhi, start service there very quickly. And I just come off the train with Mama. The next day, Mama said, you have to go to Karnal. And Manohar Dadi went there after. But I was sent there first. So I went to Karnal. And Gange has to go to Kanpur, and someone else has to go somewhere else, and like this Baba had sent everyone. So when the time Baba said, you're like a sheep, that's it, I thought, no, Baba, I don't want to be like that. So this young sister is a quality soul, and I hadn't seen such a quality soul before. Her name is Tina, and she's from Pune. And she'd come suddenly. There was no such plan to come here, and got a ticket for the flight and come here. And I thought, Baba, call me to Madhuban once at least before August. And I thought there has to be some excuse to come to Madhuban, but you can't always come without a reason. But I came suddenly, and there was a bit of confusion in my mind about making a decision. So I met Shiluben suddenly, and she said, this is your life's decision, and so it's better you meet Dadi. So I met Dadi Janki, and Dadi Janki instantly, very fast decision maker, Dadi Janki, and I'm so weak in making decisions. And she said immediately to me, okay, it's fine, you go to the center in Pune, I think. And the day I met Dadi, the next day I had my flight, and I said, I'm leaving tomorrow. And Dadi Janki said to me, is it necessary to go tomorrow? And I said, no, it's not necessary. So Dadi said, stay for 7 days, and she gave me homework. And as she was speaking to me, I was just saying yes, yes, yes. And she said, from here, all your bondages should break. There shouldn't be anything that pulls you. And the other thing she said, you should not have any attraction to anyone, nor should anyone else have attraction for you. You would not be remembering anyone, nor should anyone else remember you. And the third thing she said, if you want to move forward in your life, there should not be any regrets. And so at that time I was like, yes, Daddy, okay, Daddy. But afterwards I was thinking, oh, she was a bit tense. This is a lot of homework, and I wasn't sure what I had to do. But I went directly to Baba's room and I said to Baba, Baba, you are my supreme teacher. You know what I have to do and what not to do. So now you explain to me how to do all these things, how to study, how to do the things that Dadi has told me. And there was an instrument teacher who explained to me about what karmic bondages are and how I have to finish these. So accordingly I made this effort for 1 week, and today I wrote to Dadiji, and I got a lot of inspiration from her. And she said to me, You have made number one effort and you're going to move forward a lot. I liked that so much, and I felt that everything in my life was happening suddenly. Before, I had to make a lot of effort. I had to work hard to gain anything. But the month of June has always been a month of blessings for me, because I remember Mama a lot right from the beginning of June, and I feel a lot of benefit, spiritual benefits. And whether you say, call it meeting Dadi, meeting seniors, I receive a lot of love from them, and Dadi gave me so much love. When I first came into knowledge, I liked Dadi Janki best of all. Why? Because she is always saying Baba, Baba, reminding us of Baba, and that attracted me. And how she always reminds everyone of Baba. And so I was thinking, how can I be like her? And so when I met Dadi, I never thought, never dreamt that I would receive so much sustenance from Dadi Janki. And so from the depth of my heart, Dadi Janki ji, thank you very, very much. Dadi doesn't remember where she was. But can we be number one if we want to be? My Baba is so good, so good, so good. Anyone who wants to be number one can go number one. If someone wants to be part of the 108th, they can be. And I asked someone, will you come into the 108th rosary? And somebody in Shantivan, and they said yes. They got up and they shared their experience, and they said, I can be part of the 108. If one has that interest, that desire, they can come into the rosary of 108. If there's a thought, how can I do it? How can I come? So 3 types. This girl has caught these 3 things. No karmic bondages should remain, because they will not allow you to move forward even by 1 step. This is why Baba says, consider yourself a soul and remember the Father. And the practice should be such that I'm a soul and I go beyond the consciousness of the body. How I came onto this world alone, and I have to return to the home alone. You want to come into the 108, don't you? Baba says, you came from the home. Do you remember? You went around the cycle, and now it's time to go home. How is it we have to go home? One time in Sakar Baba's Murli, the whole Murli was about going home, going and coming, going and coming. The whole Murli was on this, the going and coming. So these words from Baba are godly versions. They really touch the heart very deeply. When something touches the heart so deeply, then it's like our boat goes across. Whatever situation may come, it gets left behind and we move forward. Not to turn around or think about what's happened in the past means going backwards. Going backwards, taking a number at the back. Thinking that happened, this happened. No, it's as if somebody is holding on to your foot or your hand and they're not enabling you to move forward. This is why Baba says, past is past. If you don't know how to make the past, then you can't even claim 2 marks, not even 10 marks. Think about it. And if one is not honest, and they're under the influence of habits that I must have a car, I must have this, so-and-so has it, and so I should have it, what on earth are you thinking? What kind of thoughts are these? You eat God's food, and so think of God's virtues. One thing of Baba's that I really liked, that Baba's praise the praise of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. And on the path of Bhakti, people don't sing the praise of Brahma Baba. I have sung Brahma Baba's praise in my heart. I don't know, but I do know. It's the account of 84 births with Brahma Baba. I know that. So in our house was the picture of Bhagirath, and that is Brahma Baba. But Shiv Baba says, on the path of Bhakti, they sing the praise of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, when you have that awareness that He is the one who has made you so worthy. It's like that, isn't it? You sing the praise. Everyone on the path of Bhakti sings God's praise. Why? Because He has made you something practically. He has made you honest. He has freed you from impure traits and helped you inculcate divine virtues. And so we sacrifice ourselves to Him. So one who sacrifices themselves never has the thought, I don't know if I'm going to be defeated, I don't know what's going to happen. If you have this thought, I don't know, it means you're going to be last to number. So I had said to someone, if you want to come into the number one, then write for yourself that you are going to be this, that I want to be number one. If you think to yourself, I want to be number one, then what do you have to do? Just as Mama and Baba are number one. We've seen this. How did Dadi Prakashmani come to be number one? How did she do so much unlimited service? Dadi never came down from the seat of self-respect. Dadi Janki has taken time to come onto the seat of self-respect, but Dadi Kumarka was always on the seat of self-respect. Though Dadi Ji came at a very young age, she gave a lot of regard to Baba and Mama, and ditto following Mama and Baba. Whatever was Mama and Baba's direction, accurately following that. What happened through that? All of you have received so much loving sustenance. So much has been created in Dadiji's time, Pandav Bhavan, Gyan Sarovar, Shantivan. Those who feel they can be number one, raise your hands. It's not a big deal. Let go of things that are old. Let go of rubbish that you may be holding on to, or things of others that you're holding on to. There's so much praise of heaven. What do we think about hell? Nothing. That no name or trace of hell should remain with us. No name or trace. Today we were doing a trial. I said to Dadi Chandramani in the kitchen, there was on the board, according to my drama, I never have a chance to listen to other people's talks, like Dadi Gulzar's talk. I would really love to listen to her. But Didi never used to speak, give lectures, but she would pull our ears. That in order to follow Srimad, she used to show a sister and I, so we would never use our manmat, dictates of our own mind. So we have to learn from our seniors. Number to listen and to learn from everyone. So one who wants to be number one will learn. They won't be teaching others, but they will learn from others. So as the song was today, take the blessings of the mother and father. Why not father and mother, but first the mother and then the father? Baba always kept Mama in the front. So take the blessings of the mother and father so that any burden of sin is removed. No old sin should remain. Okay. Wow, so nice to hear Dadi Janki. Om Shanti.